Do you like scary movies?
Scream 7's marketing campaign has begun, baby. Will we get a trailer this week? Well, let's get into it. Hey everybody, I'm Killjoy Jake, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. If you're excited for Scream 7 just like me, make sure to subscribe to this page for more updates on the most anticipated new horror releases. Also, the best way to support this page is by becoming a channel member, where you get a bunch of spooky perks like an extra review video each week. By the way, I recently put out a poll for both Patreon and channel members asking which movie you guys wanted me to exclusively review this week. You guys voted for Jaws. I am certainly going to need a bigger boat with this one, ladies and gentlemen. That's the original blockbuster that carries so much legacy, has influenced a countless number of films, and my god, I don't know how I'm gonna review it. Channel members and Patreon supporters can check out that video this Friday, and hopefully I do this film justice. Now let's get into our peanut butter and chocolate flavored update. So last night, a Scream 7 Reese's peanut butter... Why did I say it like that? So last night, a Scream 7 Reese's peanut butter ad was spotted on TikTok, and it's the first bit of marketing, technically, we've gotten for the upcoming meta slasher.
Never split out peanut butter and chocolate.
Peanut butter and chocolate is pretty cool, but have you guys ever mixed peanut butter and salami together? Try before you deny.
Try before you deny.
This on top of the fact that the Scream social media pages have been a little more active, like the occasional story post on Instagram, that sort of thing. That tells me that the marketing campaign has basically begun. We're getting an extended marketing campaign for Scream 7. Why is that, you might ask? So first of all, with both Screams 5 and 6, we had about 3 months of marketing between the first time we saw a trailer to when that movie actually released. Both of those movies did really well in the box office doing that sort of campaign. And as you guys remember, if you've been following this page for a long time, the marketing campaigns for 5 and 6 were explosive. Lots of crazy events were happening, like ghost faces popping up in the middle of nowhere, stalking people at gas stations, for instance. There was also an Airbnb event before Scream 5 released where you could stay at Stu's house, like the actual location, and David Arquette was there. Could you imagine hanging out with Dewey at the Mocker residence? That's awesome. Whoever got to do that, I'm super jealous. But now we're doing double that with this movie, and the reason I think that is because Scream 7 has obviously had a lot of bad press within the last 2 years. Between the controversial firings, death threats towards the original director, a bunch of script rewrites, and a lot of drama, there's been some not so great things happening behind the scenes of Scream 7. It makes sense that the studio wants to dump like double the amount of cash into the marketing campaign with this one. Paramount and Spyglass want to flip the script essentially. They want fans talking about their cool new marketing stunt rather than the fact that the opening scene just leaked online, which they have not turned a blind eye to. I know they know this. That's my hope, at least. You can have bad press with a movie and still turn out a good product. It happens all the time. Take Final Destination Bloodlines, for instance. This is a movie that was nowhere near as controversial as what Scream 7 has ultimately turned into, but it did go through multiple script rewrites, and a ton of different writers were thrown at that project. Yet, it turned into a super successful new entry. In fact, the most successful entry in the entire Final Destination franchise, with some of the best reviews, some of the greatest moments, I think, in the entire franchise too. That's more subjective, but I think most Final Destination fans would agree. Hey, it's better than the Final Destination. I think we can all agree on that. But I'm just really hoping that this isn't a situation that is similar to how the DCEU ended, with a very distasteful entry in The Flash. A movie that brought back characters from the past in a very, very unsavory way. They marketed the out of that movie. You couldn't go anywhere like 6 months before that one released without seeing some sort of teaser for it. I don't think it's the same situation as that, though. I really think they're trying to turn the whole thing around with this. They actually have a good product here with Scream 7. Because on the bright side, the plot details that I know about regarding this upcoming entry sound awesome. I've unfortunately had the opening scene spoiled for me, but it does sound pretty cool. No AI-generated babies getting placed into microwaves there. And I'm of course not going to spoil anything here, but I've heard some pretty dang cool things about that third act. They are doing something fresh here, and that makes me really excited. But I do want to make a big point with the end of this video. Yes, I have had some things spoiled for me regarding Scream 7, making some of these crazy videos for you guys. I can't complain. What I will say though is I have no intention of spoiling the movie for you guys before it comes out. Where's the fun in that? The point of this page has always been to build excitement for these highly anticipated upcoming releases, not to spoil them for you guys so that you're just not even surprised when these big things happen on screen. I hope I've done a good job recently in giving you a big warning sign before we got into any potential spoiler. Again, that's not the goal of this page. I know based on the comments I've read from the last few videos that some of you don't care about spoilers. You would rather me talk about these things that have been leaked online, but I just don't want to ruin it for the people that do care. I feel like the majority of fans just want someone to talk Scream with. They don't want the movie spoiled because that takes away that element of surprise. That's like one of the coolest things about seeing a new Scream movie for the first time. So I'm hoping I can lead by example a little bit here. You guys can hopefully do me a big solid by not putting any spoilers in the comment section. If elements from this leaked opening scene get placed in the upcoming trailer, then yeah, then it's public knowledge. We can talk about it all we want. But just for now, let's keep those spoilers just away. Let's keep those leaks not here. Thank you for keeping the reveals hidden and the surprises shocking. Well, at least for now. On February 27th, that all changes. And no worries, my friends. We will definitely have some time to talk spoilers on this page. February 2026 is going to be nuts, or might one say nut butter? Try before you deny, baby. Oh man, that was so good. So what do you all think of Scream 7? Do you guys think that Daniel Rickman rumor is true? Will we see the first footage during The Conjuring Last Rites this week? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you all again for watching. Please subscribe, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.